Welcome back to the Elder Kings. I think I forgot to turn the audio back on for the game. That was silly. There we go. So yeah, it's been quite a while since I've recorded. I recorded quite a large backlog, predominantly because I knew CK2 was getting a spring update, and I thought the Elder Kings would be broken for quite a while. So I recorded a huge backlog, and apparently people are actually watching these. So that's what's changed since then. So thank you everyone who subscribed and liked the videos and commented on the videos. I've had some really good suggestions as well, so if you've got anything else, let me know. Yeah, it was definitely unexpected. I was originally just going to record a whole bunch of these and just upload them, assuming that someone someday would see them. But no, I actually, a pretty decent amount of you are watching this, so that's really cool. What happened when we left off? What a mess. Let's get back into it. So I've had a few comments, a few suggestions. Predominantly, people want to see the Lich trait conveniently disappearing, and I do agree that that does make sense. We don't want to turn undead, since the whole point was Ayleid, and we are immortal, so it does make sense to get rid of the Lich trait. I kind of want to do something maybe like code an event very quickly, because I've got a little bit of an experience modding CK2, so I'll see if I can throw an event together or something, just so it's doesn't, ruin the immersion a little bit opening the console. Another suggestion that I thought was really cool, this was suggested by Jaifet, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, basically said, why not? Firstly, everyone seems to want to get rid of the Ideal Masters, and I agree, it's not very Ayleid, seeing as we're working for someone else, and I think we're powerful enough to get rid of them at this point, right? Why not use a Daedric invasion on the Army of the Wretched? And I think that's a really good idea. Now, obviously, we're still collecting the Daedric artifacts, just for the fun of it, basically, because it's really cool to have a load of Daedric artifacts. But obviously, eventually, we want to try and get an heir somehow. That's another one of our big goals. I don't know how we're going to do that. I don't know if there is any possible way of doing it at this point, because when you become immortal, there's the trait. You do have... It doesn't say it. I don't know if they've changed it, but in the last patch, it used to be that you lost 10,000 fertility. So the chance of having a kid is pretty unlikely, but we do want to get an heir somehow. And obviously, potentially Dragonborn as well. And that's another one of our major problems. We've got to find the Amulet of Kings, which I think we're still doing over here in Ninandava, which is Sancretor. If we can find the Amulet of Kings, we can legitimize ourselves, form the Empire. If not, if we can get an heir that is Dragonblood, or ourselves become Dragonblood somehow. Don't know how we're going to do that. What else have we got to do? So yeah, obviously get rid of the Ideal Master. Everyone seems pretty on board with that, so we'll absolutely do that. I think we're in a good position to say, fuck you, Champion Reaper, we're not interested in you anymore. And we'll chuck the Army of the Wretch back, and we'll actually conquer elsewhere as well, because it's kind of right in the middle of everything else we own. But yeah, the Daedric invasion is a really cool idea, so we'll definitely start saving up for that. I think it's quite expensive. Let's just have a look. Another person asked how you actually did it. So under this menu here, if we look at Daedric Invasion, it doesn't have to be Clavicus Vile, it can be any of the Daedric gods. You need 25,000 Ardor. I think I said 2,500 in a previous episode, but it's 25,000. It's really expensive. And it seems to be that for every single one of them. You also have to, let's see if there's anything else. No, that's actually just it. Worship a Daedric god, 25,000 Ardor. We can build up to that. They have, you might be pleased to hear, fixed the bug where everybody and their mother would try and sell you a dog or a bear. So we're not going to get that event anymore. Is there anything else? Is there any other house cleaning I've forgotten? Don't think so. I think that's everything. First things first, let's try and form this empire, right? I've got to refamiliarize myself with it. I haven't played for a while, like I said, because I probably had like 10 or so videos in the backlog. These are also going to be longer videos as well, I should mention. We did do a poll on that probably a while ago now. Are we over our... No, we're not over our limit. Basically, people wanted, 30-minute plus videos, so I would do 30-minute plus videos. I haven't got a problem with that. I think it'd be better anyway, just because we can actually get more done, and there are certain times where not very much happens. We've got a shitload of cash. We should probably spend some of that, right? I'm not kidnapping this random lady. Let's see. What can we build? Are there any particular, like... Cyrodiilic Goods Market. I was going to say, are there any unique buildings? We'll try and restore the Imperial City back up. Grand Imperial Arena, that sounds pretty cool. Let's see. Probably want levy size. We don't really need... Saying that, what are our armies like right now? Let's have a look. 20,000. The Army of the Wretched. Not that we're going to declare war on them directly. We are going to do the invasion. Only 4,000. So we could stomp them, but I do like the idea of sending another Dremora after them. Another Daedra. What about Skyrim? Someone else said, deal with the Nords before they get out of hand. It's 1,000. Like, we're stronger than everyone. That's not really much of a surprise given the size of it. I don't really just want to be, you know, painting the map our colour. Let's just let time tick. Let's, firstly probably deal with this rebellion, eh? I've kind of forgotten how to play CK2 a little bit because I haven't played it in that long. Right, so we do have a rally point? What is that for? Let's just get rid of this and put it somewhere better. Put it just outside the Imperial City. Then I don't think we'd really need this many, to be honest with you. Did I raise boats as well? No, we just have boats raised somewhere. Okay, fair enough. Okay, nothing. Fair enough. We're starting a defense there. I'm skipping through these events really quickly, like I said, I'm way out of practice. To start an event chain that will eventually give us additional plot defense, so people can't murder us. Something about lycanthropes. Oh, this guy could be a lycanthrope. Oh, it's the Archprimate, who is basically the head of the religion. He's not like a big monkey. He's the, what is it? The leader of the Eight Divines, that's it. The religious head. We could put him in prison. And then feed him to Clavicus Vial. Did we already get everything from him? He's, the Mask and the Umbra Sword. Let's just double check we've got those. And if we have, we can also switch, Daedra this episode, right? We've got the Mask. Unfortunately, still doesn't have an item. An icon, sorry. Or the Umbra Sword. No Umbra Sword. Alright. Let's try and get that. And how much do we need for that? Claim the Umbra Sword. It's 5,000. That's quite expensive, actually. Can I feed you? No. Alright. We'll give it some time. I think time has to tick before we just, chuck the equivalent of the Pope at him. I think that's probably the religion we're going to convert back to, right? Because that's the sort of default elf religion. 8 divines, or you could even go for, Auriel. I'm not sure which one to go for. I think if we take 8 divines, though, we can kind of become like Talos. And we can become the 9th divine, essentially. Which I think would be a really cool end to, like, Elrang's story. He literally becomes a god rather than just mostly a dog like... A dog? A god like it was there. I was reading that guard dog event, man. I don't want him to become a dog. Ideally, that would be a pretty poor end. Oh, God, we've got so many revolts. Okay, I need to stop fucking around a little bit. So we've got 2,600 there, 1,300. Let's deal with these first, because these have been going on longer. Alright, we have special holding. What's that? Requisition fishing ships. No, I think we're good. I think the last thing we need right now are fishing ships. Are we leading armies? We are good. So, our good friend, Marlapan Genethelel, is going to teach our commanders flanker. I mean, that's probably the most useful trait, seeing as we're always going to be directly leading armies. As we're the best commander. Speaking of which. Where are we right now, then? Oh, we're forbidden from leading troops. He's just wearing armor, because he's that type of weirdo. Alright. Why not? Okay, let's deal with these guys first. We're not joining any plots. Call in allies. Why can we call in allies? Oh, all of our vassals, right. It must be a part of the government type. So let's go ahead and take this one out over here, because they're actually doing quite well. Ravenloft, 8 divines infidels risen up in the Gerald Mountains. Oh, no. What have we got revolt size on? This could get out of hand pretty quickly. You know, don't know why we're marching around a stack of 19,000 men. Let's split them. So half down here, half to deal with this lot. And turn the speed down as well a little bit. That's quite high. Oh shit, we're gonna lose 2,000 men there. Oh, sorry, 200 men. Alright, so that's that dealt with. And we've got some Khajiit down here, right? So if we march you guys down here. Oh, they're all the way down there as well. What happened? Did we do something tyrannical last episode and now everyone's cult of unknown cultists? Alright, let's was that Snapvine? Oh, actually, we should probably just leave him proselytizing normally. Saying that, do we want to? If we're going to get rid of the Ideal Masters soon, it might be worth picking... You know, after this revolt's over, let's pick our main religion, and then we'll keep secretly converting to Daedra, but we'll pick our the religion we're probably going to stick with, you know? The sort of default Ayleid religion. Now, I'm pretty sure it is Oriel. Because that's a sort of, like, old-school elven religion, right? But again, we might want to go 8 Divines because it's a similar religion anyway. They both come from the same... Or the 8 Divines was man's equivalent of the elf religion. And the 8 Divines would allow us to become a god, so... Let me know in the comments. Do we want to be true to lore and go for, like, Oriel or... You know, have that kind of cool endgame event? Idle council members. Oops. Whoops. Let's just keep you going. I don't mind. It's better to have the ideal masters now rather than, you know, a religion we're having nothing to do with at all. Alright, let's deal with these Khajiit. We can put the speed back up now. We've got to go all the way down to Valenwood. Alright. So what have we got in our inventory right now? Let's have a look. We've got a lot of things we just can't use. I wish I knew though, how to become, you know, Dragonborn, Dragonblood, whether or not there was an event to do that. Besides just... Because the Dragonborn is chosen at random, right? It's normally someone who's relatively young, but also someone who's got decent martial and, like, the right stats. I think it's also skewed to being, like, Imperial, Nord. Otherwise, you might get some guy over in, like, Akavir becoming the Dragonborn, and that would be kind of pointless. I really don't want to join any of these plots. I apologize if the UI or the borders look different either. I couldn't remember what mods I was using for this. Right now I've got the Velvet Tooltip on, which is why the tooltip is velvet coloured. Oh, good God. And I do have a Revolutionary Borders mod, which kind of changes the way borders are drawn. It makes it much easier to see, you know, duchies, things like that. You can clearly see that all of these are under the same duchy here without having to control-click or go to the duchy view. You know what? Rather than standing there, why don't we... why don't we actually fight these rebellions? I could always do some testing, I suppose, in like a different save game, seeing what the choices are for different religions. Alright. Are we good? No? Sorry, is there more, or are we just waiting for that to... Oh, he's there. Right. Thanks, game. Just get rid of these. Are we still looking for that? Let's have a look. Oversea construction. Where was it? Riemann tombs discovered? Yeah, there it is. 26.1% chance. Oh my god. Okay. This is pretty ridiculous now. As soon as we can stop one, as soon as we've stopped all the wars, they should stop. They should stop cropping up like this, because it's mainly because when you've got one war going, others will join them. What do we just inherit? All of this, okay. Trading hall, basically. I'm going to go ahead and take this, if you don't mind. Hey, Divines, Vassal, your ideal master, your ideal master. I mean, I did get out a lot of ideal masters land, didn't I? So we might have to do another great Vassal reshuffle. You can... Have we got any... You're a Republic. I don't really want a Republic. What about you? You know what? Let's just go ahead and find someone in the character finder quickly. It'll be another big round reshuffle, but at least with Revolts, Rebellions, things like that, we've got something challenging us. Otherwise, we're kind of sitting quite comfortably right now. Immortal, and pretty much the strongest character going. Let's search around my religion, my culture. Preferably not a ruler. Okay, you'll do. Which one was it? Was it this one? No, definitely not that one. Yeah. Alright. As long as we keep the Imperial Arm and Sancretor, they can have anything else. Okay, hopefully that'll be the end of the rebellions for now. We've got some breathing room. Okay, we can actually plan out what we're going to do now. And these are our raised troops, I assume. You can stop leading troops now. Let's change focus. Let's go for, like, I think hunting. Maybe try and catch the white stag. Just to keep things a bit different. He's 250. Wow. Okay, so we need to really think about what religion we're going to switch to after we've got rid of the Ideal Masters. They haven't got a revolt right now. What's happening? 10th Army of the Wretched Riddlethar Revolt. Wow. 4th Army of the Wretched Alkosh Revolt. Yeah, so it's all the different religions and cultures underneath them. The Khajiit native religions are all rising up against them. Let's go ahead and find a character who is Oriel. Well, that shouldn't be too difficult, should it? What can we do then? Let's have a look. Fleets can navigate major rivers. We can go raiding. Raid infidel neighbors for loot. Obviously, we can do that as Ideal Masters anyway. Can designate any valid offspring as an heir. That's really, really powerful. So selective succession is really good. Especially because we're going to want to find a way to have an heir eventually. Don't know how we're going to do it. Maybe we're going to have to, like, clone ourselves or something. What else do we have the option of? Kind of 8 divines. I've got the Arc Primate in my prison, so we can... Oh, I did. Just going to have a look for some 8 divines characters. Sure. My friend and I had planned to go hunting together, but when he broke his leg, I realized I had to find someone else to accompany me. We're going to go with Pelinel Armanisi. Sure. Because we're greedy, we got some gold out of that. Fine, why not? Alright, 8 divines. Let's have a look. Rulers can order unlanded courtiers to take the vows. That's obviously useful. Fleets can navigate rivers. We can still raid. Okay, that's pretty good. Designate any valid offspring as heir, so we have that choice as well. I don't know. I am kind of drawn to the idea of becoming the 9th divine. I think that would be very cool. Oops. Oh, okay. No, it's never going to happen. No thanks. The Great Divine's Uprising. We should probably get our Marshal to suppress revolts. Let's switch to revolts a second. Wow, okay. Let's move you to... What was it? Revolt risk 25.1. What about this one over here? 25% revolt risk is really high, actually. Alright, let's put the Marshal here. Keep things under wraps. Let's give a strain mutt to Clavicus Vile. See if we can get Umbra this episode at least. While we're waiting to try and find the tombs of Reem and Cyrodiil. I'll just give them all the animals. I don't really mind. There you go. Have a strain mutt. And we can spend 800 gold. Well, I suppose we can afford it, right? We got plenty of gold. I think that's pretty much all we can offer him. Okay, we want to keep the skull trophy because that's just a permanent passive effect. Oh, I'm already moving over there. What do we got? Just requisition fishing ships? Carrot, send me a favor. Who is that? Oh, she was the person we were trying to marry. I remember that, to get into Boethia. But from what I recall, we've already finished that, so that doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Righteous imprisonment on whoever this is. Probably plotting, I assume. Have we got auto stop plots on? And if they're not targeting me, I really don't mind. I suppose we could throw them at Clavicus Vile, though. Sure, why not? Oh, great. Why am I not surprised? We've got more rebellions. Okay, where was that? Let's go ahead and actually go to province. Oh, we had... Weird. Okay, I guess we have part of Falkreath then. Oh, was she my spy master as well? Probably should check these things. Clavicus Vile gazing inward. Shit. We need your sword. Please. Don't do that. 8 Divines Uprising. I think I might convert to the 8 Divines this episode. Yeah. Let's do that. That's our goal. We're getting the trick proud or humble. Disrespects dynasty. We don't have a dynasty. As I recall, we sacrificed all of our sons, including Magical Keith. Humble or proud? I'm going to take humble just for the +1 diplomacy. Oh, God. It's all getting out of hand again. Hang on. How many troops can you raise, Traden Hull? Barely any. Let's go ahead and bring some people up here. Let's go like that. We're inheriting land. Oh, this is too much. Too much is happening. All right, let's move you up there to deal with our traitorous vassal. This is the problem with using all those Casus Belli so quickly and expanding as fast as we have. Oh, we're over at the main limit as well. Oh, right, that was because the person just died and we inherited it. It's great music. Really getting me in the spirit for battle here. Alright, that's that one done. The problem is, every time we win one of these revolts, the ideal master is gaining more and more moral authority. You know what? You're going to disappear. We're going to marry a nice 8 divines person, so we get less revolts. Also, it gives us a chance to look at the options and sort of decide. And obviously, if anybody thinks Auriel is better for us, let me know. Oh no. We were caught out about her dying. What a shame. How convenient that yet another wife has disappeared. How many wives have we gone through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're on to our 7th wife. We're looking for just anybody who's... We could present debutante, I suppose. Oh no, that'll create one of our same religion. Let's go and have a look. Search round. Let's go women. Unmarried. Also preferably not a ruler. Okay, let's see here. 8 divines. We could search for genius. There's one, she's ideal masters. Okay, quick. They're all ideal masters. Fair. Oh, sorry, it's attractive, isn't it? Attractive. No, not at all. Strong. Just in case I work out a way to get an heir. Oh, there is one. She's 45, though. And she is human as well. That's a problem. 8 divines, 8 divines, 8 divines. Just sort by religion. Just marry anyone at this stage, just so we can convert for now. She's divine bloodline. What is she? Rizlav. Sure. Why not? No? Excuse me? Not very impressed about that. Join court, yes. Okay, we've got a couple here. We've got a 74-year-old, a 45-year-old. Okay, she's 17. I suppose you're probably our best bet, right? You mean they don't want a piece of this? This rotting, kind of a bit ugly. He's got pretty bad facial hair as well. Alright, arranged marriage to you. Thank you very much. Congratulations, you're now High Queen. And I'm going to convert to the 8 divines. Fuck the ideal masters. We're our own ideal master. Let's have a look then. What do we have the option on now? We have the option to organize the Imperial City Watch. That's different, right? And supposedly now, when we... I think it's when you die. Oh, we also have, obviously, access to a more traditional religion here. We've got a head of a religion as well. Well, that's pretty handy. Can we ask him for claims? So if I say, I don't know, let's find... Oh, it has to be someone of our own religion, doesn't it? Let's just see if we at least have the option. Preferably land that's not ours as well. So we can actually put in requests for claims as well, if we wanted to. Kind of the Chieftain of Dunmarch. Oh, of course, Skyrim's all 8 divines at this point. So we could try and get a legitimate claim on Skyrim. Okay, well this is closer to where we want to be. We've got rid of the ideal masters, that's a start. This guy doesn't like us now. Let's see what conditions we can declare war on him for. Border disputes. Inquisitions. Conquest. That's it. Okay. I imagine it's because it's a titular title. We can't actually conquest it because it takes a de jure. De jure land. He hasn't got any. I assume he doesn't even have the kingdom. Okay. Alright, that's interesting. We could just quickly go to Oriel as well and make a decision. It's a shame we've already got to just kind of wait for them to find the Amulet of Kings, right? What else do we want to do in the meantime? Let's pick a patron deity. We got the follower of Akatosh. Favor, okay. We need kind of general opinion right now. Health, not really necessary. General opinion plus 10. Debella, sure, why not? Goddess of Love. I couldn't think of anything more suitable than a man who's conquered everything, killed probably hundreds of thousands of people at this point, raised armies of undead, you know, is still rotting, but immortal, so maybe it'll clear up, who knows? Just a bad rash, case of the rot. What better than a symbol of love than this guy? Let's go for a haircut. That's how little we've got to do now while we wait for this amulet. Oh, we can just change our beard to that. Well, that's a bit of a disappointment. Change his hair, so it at least fits in his chainmail. Yeah. Okay. Why not? He looks like a peacock now. Let's go ahead and build up the Imperial City a bit more. Citadelic Goods Market. And who has the trade post in the Imperial City? Oh, it's the guys we set up, Vindicel, right. We can actually, obviously, build up their trade post for them, so why not? It's going to give us taxes because we own the province, and also give them taxes, which will in turn will go back to us. What do we have that we shouldn't? Arnor? Yeah, no, we definitely shouldn't have this. This, okay. Here you go, pal. We have a lot of work to do. And I'm not gonna convert yet until you know, I've got some feedback on which religion we should really go for. I think Oriel makes the most sense thematically as we're trying to restore the sort of Ayleid side of things. I'm just going through the artifacts here, see what we've got. We haven't got... How many books have we got equipped? 3? So, Wealth, Intrigue, that one's Character Favored, Dynasty Opinion. What else have we got equipped then? Learning plus 2, sure, that's okay for magic, I suppose. So we've got 3 books equipped. What am I missing here? Annals of Elfboy, the classic. Oh, right. Speculum Regale. Sure, Diplomacy plus 1. Why not? So, how about that Amulet of Kings, huh? Sure, I don't really care about this one person. I just want to make sure we're doing this right. So I'm oversee construction, 26% yearly of discovering room and tombs. I think we just gotta let time tick. Let's put it to max. Let's just see what happens. Oh, what was that? We were losing a war. Oh, it ended inconclusively. I completely missed that we were at minus 99% war score. Whoops. Oh, we're being raided by... Oh, that's a Cult of Meridian Uprising. That soft monster King Oozle? Who is King Oozle? Sure? Yeah, we'll take a skull. Why not? I mean, it was a king skull, so that's kind of cool, right? Chief Liminal the Lecher attempted to seduce her. Worthless scum. That's my beloved wife, who I'm definitely probably not going to kill in a minute so I can convert to a different religion. How dare you? My rival? Right, you're going straight to Clavicus Vial. Speaking of which, anything else we can chuck at him? Can we have 2 skull trophies? Yep, you don't need to equip them. They're just giving us monthly prestige. How about we throw a book at him, right? We've got all these books that we can't use. That's a good book. Plot discovery and plot power plus 10%. The Records of Gandrasel, he can have that. Here you go, pal. You read that. We're almost there. What was it, 5,000? And then we can switch Diedrich Prince as well, so we can remarry again. Oh, someone called in a favor to switch. Speaking of which, let's have a look at laws. So we could centralize. A higher domain but a lower vassal limit. Actually, we need our vassal limit as high as we can. Seeing as we have, like, 2 kingdoms worth of provinces here, but no... We can't become an emperor, obviously, for a while yet. We could outlaw slavery. Slavery is so entwined with Ayleid, Dunmer, and Kamal culture that attempts to illegalize it is impossible. Okay, I guess we'll stick with that. That's very Ayleid of us. Okay, so our laws are fine, actually. I think we're pretty much where we want to be. Oh, you know what? Let's try and take absolute power. I think granting titles should definitely be something I'm in charge of. Everyone's a loyalist, or at least the majority are loyalist, including my own vote, but they're returning favours to... Who is that? Genethiliel? Genethiliel, sure. You're also returning that. So I think we try and buy a favour from this guy. They'll vote the same as him, in theory. He won't ever let us buy a favour. Do we really want you? What are you, 25? You're just here because you're good stats, I assume. There's someone better. We'll send you a gift. We'll give you a title. Master of the Hunt. There you go. And we'll also buy a favour. Yes, perfect. Alright. And because we've got rid of that other guy now, the council are probably going to work in our favour anyway. I don't want to convert his religion necessarily. I want to call in council support. And then if we go to grant titles. Alright, we have the majority now. By far. So let's do that. Alright, sweet. So that's another thing to add to the to-do list is absolute law. By far. Alright, let's quickly convert to... oh, we're still trying to kill that guy, aren't we? That's... Oh, we were trying to kidnap him. Let's just try and kill him instead. You know what? I'm going to put you down as special interest. We're going to kill you for trying to seduce my wife, who I love very dearly. And I never want to see anything bad happen to, except only for her to die. Can we go on a grand hunt for my wife? Oh, we just missed it. The month changed. Oh no, the roads just aren't safe. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no, not again. Okay, she's also going to fall to her death. Oh no, 2 wives in a row falling to their death. What a tragic, tragic shame. Alright, let's go ahead and find someone that's Oriel. She'll do. Why not? Sure. And then we will convert to her Oriel faith. Well, let's see what that gives us. Make an offering, select a patron deity. Visit Guildhall. Visit market. How long have we been able to do this for? Is this just because we've been building up the Imperial City? That's very cool if that's the case. Kind of religious cult. Secret followers of... No, let's not do that. You know what? I feel like a bit more elfy now, at least. I feel like we've really got prime elf time. Plus, this will also give us, if we can get good enough friends with the Arch Primer of... the Arch Curator, we could get Clement Alenor. And I think that would make the most sense to conquer next. Seeing as we are trying to unify the elves. Okay. Alright. Does that give us anything else? Anything unique to the religion? Did look through it briefly. Can grant the invasion, Casus Belli, excommunicate. May pay their tax to the religious head rather than their lead. That could be a problem, obviously, if they're better friends with the equivalent of the Pope here. They will pay their taxes to him. So we've got to keep an eye on our bishops. Fortunately, they kind of hate us both equally, so that's fine. And we've, of course, got a lovely new wife here. Corinne Way, nice to meet you. Hi, Corinne Way. It's a shame if you died as well, but we'll cross that hurdle once we've got the Umbra Sword. Speaking of which, is there any way we can get that before... Send him a mud crab. Why not? Is there any way we can get this before we end today? We've got a lot of horses, for some reason. You can have a badger as well. Oh, we're so close to getting that. Sure. We'll trade a horse, 2 horses and a badger for the Umbra Sword. Nice. And I'm going to assume that's another artifact locked by the Daedra. Yeah, unfortunately. That's a real shame. Again, I'm going to look up after this how we become Dragonblood. Because it doesn't look like the Amulet of Kings we're ever going to get. We've been looking at it for a long time now. And it's 25% yearly. Maybe the event's broken. I will look into it after this episode. Before we carry on. Yeah, this is the start of the 30-plus minute episodes. If this is fine, let me know. Obviously, give me some feedback on what religion and really where we should aim next. Let's pick a patron deity before we leave. Oriel? Sure, I think that makes sense. Why not? The Time Dragon. Make an offering. Oh. Well. Oh. Good work, Elrang, you loser.